Hi. Hi again. This is a continuation of video one, Frequency Bone Summer Music Connection 8, the recovery series. And I was in the midst of trying to play again, and something messed up with the microphone, so I had to cut it because I didn't want to have you see a big splash all over the place. And so I'm now going to play again for the second time. Okay? Now, very interesting because I had to wait quite a while before making this continuation video of video one. And in that time, that waiting, okay, my lip actually felt better. What marvelous, at the moment, proof of play, rest, play, rest, play, rest. And a lot of life is like this. If we just keep going like that and going like that and going like that in the same way, first of all, our culture thinks you're really working then. Well, actually, you need more than just a couple weeks of vacation a year, especially for someone like me, because I never really took time off from playing. I never took vacations, in a sense, till I was much older. And even then, I always had my horn with me. Even we went to Iceland last year. For 5 days, I took my horn. Because it's not a chore for me to play. I want to play. And playing in a different place feels different. So it's really incredible. But the principle that I'm talking about and the method is about this play, engage in an intense way, and then rest. Resting is not sloughing off. It's part of the process. In any kind of building, it's vital. Because in that rest time, there's a rejuvenation that happens. Things get a chance to find their way again before things get too stressed. So I'll be taking my time. Maybe I don't know how long we'll take. I know some players who have told me, I took off a couple months and I was back in 3 days. Wow. I guess it depends on what you mean by back. I don't know. Tonguing just as good as always. Soft control just as good as always. Endurance in the high range loud just as good as always. I mean, I don't know. People have different physiologies, and mine is really fascinating right now. Just not my lip. My lip actually feels pretty good. Maybe I can hit a needle B flat. Let's see. I'm sure this is not a fascinating video to listen to, but I hope it's interesting for you at some level. This is a person who hasn't played, and I'll tell you, holding the horn doesn't feel too bad. I can tell I don't want to do it too long, just because holding the arms out, like that, with something heavy does put some weight on the chest, but I didn't feel anything bad from it. Sometimes taking in a deep breath, I can take in a pretty deep breath, but I do feel an odd sensation that I did not feel before the surgery, and I'm sure that's because things are going to take some time. I mean, all they had to do was cut through a lot of layers of skin, then saw my sternum open. Right? Stop the heart, put me up to a heart-lung machine, and then do whatever they did in there. Make these bypasses, 4 of them. I can't imagine the skill that it takes to do that. So, how couldn't there be a long healing process involved? Also, I was never very heavy when I went in, but I think I'm heavier now. When I got back to Boston, I probably weighed 120. That's really thin. Even for someone like me, that's 5'5". And then, I think maybe I've gained 5, 6, 7 pounds since then. So I'm still a little underweight for myself, even though I've played at this weight before. There was a time I got this thin purposely. So, what a fascinating process. So if you need to recover from something, let yourself have the time to recover. I have no idea where my playing is going to go. Now, I've got to get the read back, get the support systems back. They don't feel too bad, but the overall thing feels a little interesting. So I might just do a couple noodles like I just did for a week. Noodle around for a couple minutes, wait a half hour, and noodle around again for a few minutes and put it down. We'll just see what naturally occurs. And then guess what we have to do? And this is something I've learned from recovery. Even before picking up the horn, there's a part of you that starts to get better. You go, that's great. I'm getting better. And you feel another kick of energy. And with that kick of energy comes habits that are associated with that kind of fuel. Even though you might not be totally up to doing those activities, especially at an intensity. And that's what to be careful for. When you start feeling better and you think you can start doing more, it's like the student days, Oh, my lip feels great today. I'm going to play every excerpt I possibly can, especially the high, loud ones. And then there's another recovery period, isn't there? So recovery teaches us so much. It teaches us discipline, patience, appreciation of what we can do and what we could do, and then the hope of building back to something. Now, since I don't have to play in an orchestra anymore, I don't have to worry if I ever get back to, can I nail a great Mahler third? Well, I'll never be able to play Mahler third with the strength and three-dimensionality and projection that I could when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. No way. I didn't even feel that way anymore. Certain higher, sweeter things, probably. And I think that might have a chance to come back. But I would just want to see what develops. Maybe there's some other something waiting to come out of me that will have an opportunity now. Not just in playing. So recovery, like discovery, is to uncover. What is there? Maybe find other sets of balances that you knew you should have, but didn't want to. Maybe. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of excited about it. So I'll probably make another video in about a week or so. Then you can hear how much I've improved or uncovered.